I'm getting surgery.
Are you telling everyone? It's just a genetic.
It's just a thing. And it's not horrific. Like, I don't think anyone would look at me and be like, whoa.
No, they wouldn't.
It's just something.
Makes you feel a certain way.
Blue love heart on Lincoln's face in photos. So many people message us like, oh my God, I've taken the blue love heart off. Welcome back to Daddies Overnight, the podcast where we became daddies overnight, and we're not carrying on the intro because Ryan just said off camera that he hates it.
So it doesn't matter if you're a new parent, future parent,
Ryan.
or just someone that needs a good laugh about life, you're in cracking company.
Ryan, the intro's the vibe.
Can you finish the intro?
So join us for the chaos, cuddles, and everything in between as we
I'll be fully embraced, having no idea what we're doing, but learning that's okay.
So welcome to the family.
Guys, we just had the biggest. Well, we didn't have. It's not biggest.
We had a bust up.
It's actually just me shouting at Matthew, being honest.
Ryan says that I'm too annoying today.
He's just really like, you've just got into this rhythm this last week.
Rhythm.
This is what I'm talking about. This last week. Firstly, hi, how are you?
Hope you're having an amazing week. Happy Tuesday.
I bet this just come full speed at you right now. But I just feel like you've just become like too much. Like too much for me to handle. Like the annoyance.
Sorry, it's in my blood.
Basically, a few years ago, me and Matthew put a system in place where it was like green, amber, red. So it meant that if amber meant, obviously green meant happy, loving life, we're kiss, happily married. Amber was always like, oh, like, calm it down, babe, because she was starting to annoy me. And red was like, enough.
And we used to get a lot of red. That's all Ryan would say. Red, too much red.
I was just shout, red, enough. And then, did you stop?
No,
you didn't stop. You didn't even take the system in place. And I feel like this last week, I'm trying to make adult conversations with you, and I'm just like talking to a 10-year-old boy. You just blurt out these stupid comments.
My favourite thing
sounds
is at Christmas time. My favourite thing is at Christmas time, and my family will say, God, he's always been like this. How'd you put up with him, Ryan? Yeah. And I think, how rude.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Do you know what I'm really excited for? All I've said is when Lincoln is about 7 or 8, it's going to be me times 2.
He won't be like, he'll be sick of you too.
He won't.
He will.
He's my little muffin.
He'll be, what? Oh yeah, I'm your love muffin. Basically, before we also adopted. I can't say this.
Basically, I call Ryan my love muffin. And on my iPhone, when he rings me, it says love muffin calling.
Don't ask how. I don't even know where that came from.
I don't know where it came from. And then when Lincoln came home, I was like, oh, my little love muffin. And then Ryan was like, what?
That's my name.
That's my name. And every time I call Lincoln love muffin, you're like, no, he's just your muffin.
No, he's your
love
little.
Muffin.
I feel like he's your little love muffin. No, he's your little muffin, but I'm your love muffin. Let's not get it twisted. So that's what's been happening,
That's
guys.
the reality of off the podcast, what's going on in our life, because me and Ryan are butting heads like no tomorrow.
How's your week?
My week's been
I feel like you need to get tested for ADHD.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Because I just feel like you're bouncing off the walls.
So, I've just had a sip of Coca-Cola.
So?
It's got a lot of caffeine in it.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, Ryan, yes it does.
No, it hasn't. You drink coffee.
Yeah, maybe that's why I've had a Coke.
It's all times of day and night. It's every hour. It's every second of the hour.
You sound like someone that wants a divorce.
No, I don't want to. I'm not.
You don't, do you?
No, but don't put words in my mouth.
Darling, what's wrong?
You're just too much. You need to calm it down.
You're giving me the eyes.
Yeah.
You're giving me the eyes. I've had the eyes, guys. This is everyone. You're all witnessing. This is Ryan's eyes. Calm down. I'm so cross with you, but I can't say
We'll
it.
talk about it when we're alone. We actually do that sometimes when we're with people. You make me sound really bad, but Matthew's like, we'll be talking to someone, and Matthew's like, oh, I need to stay with you because when we're alone, my mum will shout at me.
Or do you know, I edited, and basically we've just been putting up our Disney Toy Story content across our socials this last week, and
Which has been so fun to look back on.
And do you know what's really funny?
What?
In we go into the Toy Story shop and we pick up this like Pop Mart box, and you said, you know, the Pop Mart, like the Disney key rings.
Oh yeah.
And basically it's this box of key rings, you don't know what one you're going to get, and you said to only buy one, but I was filming and you walked off, so I picked up 2 and brought 2, and I was like, Ryan can't shout at me if I'm filming, so I'm going to get 2. And I was like, that is prime example.
I did give you the eyes then, because they were expensive.
Yeah, they were expensive.
And because you don't know what you get,
you might get doubles.
We already bought one, so I was like, oh, let's buy one more, and we have 2. And originally they were just going to go on Lincoln's, sling, but then you went in and bought another one. When you told me you weren't buying another one.
Sorry, I lied. But if you are new to the podcast, hello and welcome. I'm Matthew and this is Ryan.
Nice to meet you.
I know we say this at the start of every podcast now, but if you haven't already, please leave a rating, like, subscribe, follow wherever you're watching or listening to the podcast, because it really helps us out.
And there is a new episode every week of Daddies Overnight every Tuesday.
Tuesday.
God, I love Miranda.
How's your week been?
How's my week been? I don't really know what I've done. Oh, right, okay. So this is a bit old, this story, but I feel like I'm really invested in this story.
I feel like
I've just recently got an update.
We're just late to everything.
No, but I got an update recently, and it's basically about this monkey called Punch the monkey. I want to say it's Punch.
His name's Punch.
Baby monkey Punch. It's a little baby monkey in Japan. It was really, really big last week, but I've been following it on continuously, and it's basically this baby monkey in Japan in a zoo got abandoned by his birth mother, and so obviously the zookeepers were taking care of the baby
what a
monkey
cool job.
Punch, so feeding him day and night, looking after him, and they gave him a stuffed animal. And I don't know if anyone else has seen this online. It did go viral, but the IKEA sold out on all their monkeys. I think it was, they gave him a monkey plushie teddy monkey.
From IKEA.
I think it was IKEA, but basically everywhere that sells monkey plushies are sold out. And this little baby monkey Punch has been walking around with this plushie, has like his comforter.
That's so cute.
And it's only recently Punch has had his first like hug from another monkey. I'm going, why?
Are you crying?
No, not quite. It's really healthy. And I've seen the fidget had his first hug from another monkey, and it's like embraced. And there's one fidget where he was sat with his teddy, and all the monkeys were around him, and he was just on his own.
Oh,
it's quite sad, isn't it? It's quite sad. It's just really, really wholesome story, and I really, really loved it. And I feel like he's now one of the pack, but he hasn't let go of his monkey plushie teddy.
So cute, because Lincoln's got a comforter. Actually,
yeah,
I'd say he's got a few, because he does gravitate towards different cuddly toys, and I think it's, I really want, I don't know how we can enforce it, because our friend has a little boy and he loves like dressing up. I'm pretty sure he likes plushies too. I just really want him to be into plushies.
Yeah, I want him to really be into dress up.
Oh my God, imagine if he would dress up.
He's not really into teddies or plushies at the moment though.
But I think he's still I think we forget how young he is, because we don't know any different, really.
But that's my week.
I have an update on how my week's been, guys, and this is actually, we might all need to sit down for this one. Because I'm getting surgery.
Are you telling everyone?
I've decided that I'm actually getting some cosmetic surgery. And you might be thinking, don't do anything to your face. Don't get filler.
I thought you were like, don't do anything to your face. You're perfect. You don't need anything.
That as well, apart from today, because I did before on the podcast, I was like, I look disgusting.
You hate fresh face.
As soon as I've shaved, I should do it before bed, really. For some reason, I just feel really ugly that day. Like, I feel like my skin looks just...
It's definitely all in your head.
But anyway, so I'm getting some surgery.
You look younger.
Do I? Maybe the facial hair ages me. Maybe.
But I do like your face. I think you still keep your facial hair. I think it looks nice on you.
I think it looks really good on me too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, we're glad we agree.
And I only grow like the tiniest little tash and little beard. But basically, I've decided to get some surgery, and it's for me. And I love the way I look. Apart from,
you know how everyone's got their own like self-conscious
Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing, but I'm just trying to validate your feelings. Everyone's got that moment in their, like, where they look at themselves and then they're like, oh, I don't really like how I look, or I don't like how, like, my toes look, or my ears.
It's not my toes, actually. And you probably wouldn't know unless you. I don't think anyone would know because when I'm clothed,
it's
you
all
don't
in
know.
your head.
It's not in my head. They're
It
huge.
is.
Basically, I've got what people would call man boobs, and I feel like I could genuinely work out. I could have the best six pack, and I will always have mini boobs. They're just there. I can work. I could work my chest. I could do it all, and I just don't want them. I didn't realise you could get some very. Hopefully,
oh god, it's making me.
It makes me cringe. I can't talk about the surgery because I think it's not nice.
The videos that I've seen that Matthew showed me, it's like pump.
No, don't. I don't want to talk about it because it'll put me off. And basically, I've got fatty tissue where the man boobs are, and it's just something men. It's genuinely a condition. It's just a bit of fatty tissue, and it does not seem to want to go. And I don't want it anymore. And apparently once they take it out, unless if you were to put on loads of weight, it won't come back and I'll have a nice flat chest and I'll feel confident with my t-shirt
And it's nothing to do with your exercising or eating, is it? Like,
not really.
It's just a genetic...
It's just a thing. And it's not horrific. Like, I don't think anyone would look at me and be like, whoa.
No, they wouldn't.
It's just something...
Makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah, and I feel like now that I'm a parent, like I want to go like swimming with Lincoln and like do all these cool things. But like when we take him swimming, and I wear it on holiday, like when we've been on cruises and stuff, you know, we've got that like, and it looks really, I think it looks cool. It's like this swimming t-shirt almost. I just don't want to wear it, and I just want to
be free.
Yeah, and the only reason I don't isn't because of my belly or anything, because I like the rest of my body I think is fine. Going through consultations at the moment, and
he's choosing his doctor to slice up his breasts.
Oof. But then I keep thinking, because it's freaking me out, I'm like, girls get things put in. I'm just having something taken out. Girls have things put in.
Yeah, but they also have things taken out. Some girls want lower breasts.
Yeah, of course. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll keep you updated, but this is the decision because I've gone down this spiral on TikTok of people.
It's been a while.
People that have had it done. Yeah, I've wanted it for literally years, but then it's only like since literally getting Lincoln. Maybe being a dad's changed me. I just want to.
Or maybe you just get to the point of your life where like you're an adult, you have adult money, and how you choose to spend. Because it's not cheap, is it?
I don't think it's cheap.
I think
it's more than the food shop.
Yeah, I think it's more than a food shop. I think it's more than a few food shops.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of like, well, you've saved, you earn money. Why, as an adult, why? Life's too short.
But my only concern is because Lincoln's so young. Up. Oh my God, no, my concern is not that I will not wake up from the surgery. Take it back.
Take it back, take it back.
Say that I'll wake up and have the best time.
Are you asleep?
I think so,
yes. Oh, they put you to sleep?
I think so.
Do they?
Yeah, that's fun.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I think it was when I last got put to sleep.
I don't think you do get put to sleep.
They're cutting open my boobs. They're going to put me to sleep. If they want me awake for that...
That's torture.
I need to be as high as a kite, whatever they can give me.
Okay, so what were you saying?
My only concern is with Lincoln.
Oh, you know about the recovery.
Recovery's up to 6 weeks. Apparently, the first week's just the bad week, and you have to wear this like chest compression thing, like a corset, which I think would be quite fun. Like I'll wear it in the podcast and everything. It'd be well fun. But
you don't want to sit in your seat.
You know, I'll just have to sit up straight, so I have to adjust the camera, which is your least favourite job. But I think I will probably just struggle picking him up for like 2 weeks. So I that's the only bit that I'm like,
because he is still very much like
wants to be on us all the time,
which I like because I think it's so funny how I've done 360. I used to be really like, oh no, I don't want to keep picking you up,
and now we just want him on us all the time.
Yeah, because I just think there'll come a point when you won't want to be picked up.
I just love him.
Yeah,
but I just worry that I want it now, because if I get it done sooner, then by the summer I'll be really confident. It's like our first proper nice long summer with Lincoln, and we can just have like a really good time, and I'll be
not worry.
And that probably sounds really, people might watch this and be like, there is nothing wrong with you, but I just, and I know
it yourself, don't you?
Yeah, and we were telling my friend about it, and I used to work with her in an office like 7 years ago, and she said, you used to say this back then too.
I feel like you've always said, I mean, we've been together 10 years, I feel like you've always said, I think you've always been quite self-conscious. While doing that, me and Lincoln will be watching Disney films.
Well, I'll be watching the Disney films too because I'll hopefully...
Oh yeah, you can't pick him up. We watched Frozen for the first time.
Which was so good. Lincoln is obsessed.
And I think he's at the age where we could watch films together.
And we're really excited for when we take him to the new Frozen land at Disneyland Paris.
Gosh. And new Toy Story film.
Toy Story films coming up.
Toy Story 5.
This is the year that we can really embed Disney into his childhood.
Yeah. And it looks so good, Toy Story 5.
Yeah, it does look really good. The only thing with it that I feel really sad about is that it makes me want to chuck away the iPad.
Oh.
Because, in the trailer, it just made me feel really sad for the toys. And I think Lincoln doesn't use an iPad at home, but there's no shame if your kids do. But he does watch TV, which I watched TV growing up. Like he watches Rosie and Jim or In the Night Garden sometimes.
Or Little Bear.
Little Bear. But I think I just feel sorry. Imagine all his toys if they weren't played with just because he's just staring at the screen. It just, the way that the Toy Story trailer made it look sad.
I feel like it opens up this whole conversation of like, kids still need to play with toys. And I do think there's that balance where like I wanted him to have an imagination. And I was reading something about like being bored as a kid is actually it's good for your brain because it then sparks creativity. If you're always jumping and always watching something, always doing something, you then end up it's training your brain to have a shorter attention span.
Well, that's what I worry about because when we scroll things, sometimes
so quick.
I'm scrolling TikTok and then I'll jump in the shower, when I'm waiting for you. And I genuinely, I go in the shower and I think, did I just watch? I can't remember what I was doing.
Yeah.
Or if I've got a to-do list in my head, it pops in, but I'm scrolling, I then can't remember what I needed to do after about 5 seconds. Like, what was it again? And I think, God, my brain used to be so like on.
Yeah, but I think that's the nature of the app. But I think when we watched Frozen, no joke, we watched Frozen for 40 minutes and he just watched it.
Didn't move.
He didn't move and he was like, obviously he probably doesn't understand what was going on, but he was really like heavily involved in it.
I hope he likes Olaf.
It's so big because it's such a different film that we've ever showed him about like princesses. I feel like that's the first Disney princess film he's watched that we've put on.
Yeah, I'm really buzzing. I feel really like... Oh.
I forgot how far Olaf comes into it.
What do you mean?
Like he didn't... I was like waiting for him to come in it like for ages and it must have got to like 35 minutes before...
Oh yeah, he's well
Olaf is introduced into the film.
He's the best character.
He is, but I don't feel like... I feel like... I think it's the music like Lincoln liked.
Yeah.
Like,
anything with music.
He's starting to find his like little groove, isn't he?
It's weird how music really does make you dance because we'll play music and Lincoln will dance. Like we play a lot of there's this Japanese singer. Actually, there's no point in me even saying it because I don't know what she's called.
Starts with an M.
Starts with an M.
Stay with me.
Stay with me. I feel like if you listen to Instagram, lots of people use it on Instagram stories.
We've used it a lot on Instagram.
And he'll listen to it at Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I think
Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX.
He's all about the Brat Summer still.
And Miss Rachel. If Miss Rachel wore out a vinyl, God.
Why is Miss Rachel not on Spotify? I still don't understand why she's not on Spotify.
I think it's because she doesn't own the songs.
It's not her. Which I thought
Icky Sticky Bubblegum was hers.
Is it?
I don't think it is.
Because I thought, what's the Wake Up Little Bunny?
Hop Little Bunny.
Yeah.
Hop,
I thought that was her song.
I don't think it's hers. She just went really viral with it. Even we used the sound before we had Lincoln of like
her version,
jumping up and
we
down.
didn't know it was her version.
Yeah, I just feel like that's not a thing. But that does actually make me feel. This is another thing that's really stressed me out this week. Is I know everyone's talking about AI.
Yes,
and everyone's talking about how everyone's always talking about.
I love how we're going into like a tech podcast.
I know, but it's to do with children. It's scary, and us really, and everyone. AI is freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah,
because I keep thinking lockdown seems like it was yesterday. When I think about it,
it's like 5 years ago.
But then I'm like, wow, it was a long time ago, and we've actually changed loads.
And
in
it's
that
really
time.
When I think we listen to a lot of podcasts that talk about, I would say tech
and like the news
or social media or content,
and you probably would not expect that from us at all.
But we listen to the ones that are like dumbed down.
It's like making news for dumb people.
So like, is it Daily Explained?
The Daily and Today Explained are two podcasts which we listen to.
Yes, we do go through that, and obviously we see articles and stuff. And I feel like I see more and more about AI, but also like even in our even in our jobs, like when we do like YouTube and stuff, like the thumbnail, you can like help AI the thumbnail, or use AI to help write descriptions or titles. So I feel like even in our profession, you're seeing AI more and more. And I swear, literally no joke, a year ago, this was not a thing.
And it's like slid in with like new little tools that you're like, wow, I'll use that. And then before you know it, there's literally everywhere.
And it is quite scary because I just feel like and I think the last thing that we listened to about AI was how AIs have got their own like forum group, like Reddit.
And they like talk to each other as bots, and it's all...
It just scares me.
It's just really scary. And that like...
It's going too fast, too quick. And I said to you, I was like, I worry when Lincoln's like a teenager, like 18-year-old, what will this world be like?
Oh my God, it'll be so different.
What job will he be able to get that isn't being replaced by AI?
I'm like really hoping they bring in something so it's like...
And it does need regulating.
Regulated, that's it. But I know we spoke on our last episode about showing Lincoln's face, and I'm not going to go into the details again because we said it, but the main thing is I'm not comfortable with showing his face. I don't need to justify it. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
And you obviously feel like that too, but I feel like I'm a bit more strong opinions on it.
Yeah.
Which is like...
I think I'm like in that like grey area where I could, but I'd also be really scared if I did, and I didn't like it, but then I couldn't take it back.
Yeah.
So then it's better for me to stay on the area where like I won't show his face, because then I can't have any regrets in like a day's time or a week's time.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's not at the moment,
it's not right for us.
Not right for us. And one day we might change our mind when he's like older or whatever.
Or we might not.
Or we might not. But the one thing with AI, that was one thing that we had a big discussion about, like internally at Matthew and Ryan HQ.
We have our Monday morning meeting.
Just we were talking about, sharing bits and snapshots about...
It was like how we did it. Because originally we looked at so many blurring. Oh God, do you remember all the things we looked at? We damaged all these apps to try and blur Lincoln's face. And we were going to do like different blurs. We were going to make it pixelated. And then even before we used the blue love heart, we were going to use like...
Yeah, what were we going to use?
So we didn't do it, but we were going to use a funny filter.
Oh yeah, a funny filter, because it wasn't his face.
And then our friend was like, it made his like eyes really big.
And it's like it looks like a Snapchat filter, if you know what that is. And
our friend was like, you cannot put that on the internet.
Because it looks like you're taking the mick.
Yeah, and obviously we weren't.
We were not, but we were like, this is...
We were like, if you're thinking that, then I don't want it to be...
construed as that at all, because it wasn't like that. And
so as soon as she said it, I saw it.
So did I, and it just did not. It was not a good look. And we've always said we wanted to share parts of our family life, and I don't know, there's just a fine line, isn't there? And like when you share too much, when you don't share too much. And I think our main thing was, one of the main things was AI, because it's like we didn't want Lincoln's face out there on the internet and then someone be able to like use it in like videos, and that's just like
the dark side.
The dark side, and it just freaks me out. And
it's becoming more and more of a conversation. There's an account, I can't remember who it was now. There's an account, I think they're an American account.
It's like this mum, and it's like the kid is basically just all over this.
It's
account.
I think she's got like 16 million followers on TikTok, and I think it's I want to say Riley.
I have no idea.
I don't know if it's Riley. I don't know why I'm saying that name, but it's like 16 million and loads of saves, and I think that's a bit I said to you does creep me out is the saves, because it's just what I don't know what these saves are. But then the whole account is very much the young girl. I think she's 7, and she's going like gymnastics.
It's just too much.
It's just too much. It's not even like the girl's featured in the content, and mum is the content creator. It is solely like the camera's just on the girl constantly, which so I don't like.
And I don't know.
And it's something I would not want to have with Lincoln.
Would you feel different if she blurred the girl's face?
I wouldn't in that situation.
What, because it's the girl?
It's just the girl. I think it's just because it's the girl, the camera doesn't need to be in that child's face. And I feel like when we film Lincoln doing whatever he's doing. So if he's walking or running off, he's off. We're not necessarily waiting to be in front of him or telling him to like look at the camera. So we're not doing anything like that. So I feel like when I've seen some of these videos, it's very much like the girl is set for the camera, which I don't like. So I'm like, you know what, you're a 7-year-old girl. just be a kid.
Yeah, I
like,
feel like
you shouldn't even be worried about the camera.
It's such a great,
because I do know
area.
Parents want. I do believe in that generation where parents are wanting to capture these moments from memories. So you are filming, you are picking up your phone a lot more to capture these memories. And I think some people are like, oh, you should be pressed to put your phone down. But at the same time, it's that you've got a tool and device that you can capture some of these precious memories that you know that you'll have these forever. So of course you're going to do that.
I feel like that's one thing actually, because we've captured so much. I basically want Lincoln to have this massive archive he can look through and literally see everything that he's done.
Yeah.
And I
Especially
feel like
as he grows so quick.
He's growing so quick, which is scaring us. But I feel like one thing that we're quite good at is when we're filming, sometimes I accidentally don't even film him because we're looking at him and the phone's just there.
Yeah.
And but then I had that growing up because like my nana used to have one of those old VHS.
Gosh, yes.
I've got like DVD. Maybe that's why I'm so into it, because I've got so many DVDs of my childhood because they filmed loads.
I remember we've seen loads of them, haven't we?
And it's just something that maybe runs in my blood, which is why I'm so like, I need to get this for Lincoln because I'm so grateful I've got all of that. But the AI thing's scary because we obviously blew love heart on Lincoln's face in photos.
Which when we started doing that, there was a whole conversation because people were like, oh, AI can remove that. And that was a big thing. We did so much research. We're like, oh, AI can remove that and it can lift it off and take it off. And then you can see Lincoln's face.
But should we explain how you know if it's safe?
Okay, yeah.
Actually, you take this, do your own research, so don't take our word for it. Because I don't want to... If anything was to change, I don't want people like, well, Matthew Ryan said it was safe.
You should always do your own research.
Always do your own research. But basically, when we do that, because you're actually the one that does the blue love hearts, you export the photo as a flattened image. Is that right?
Do you know how to make that dumbed down? Because if I was like not in tech and you said that to me, I'd be like, what, you want like a flattened image?
Yeah, you say it actually.
The digital image, they are flat.
I don't know what it means.
So basically, when you put like an emoji or cover anything that you want to be covered, you want to save it or screenshot it. And what that does, so let's say you use Instagram stories, because you can use Instagram stories. You put the photo and then you would put the love heart on top and then you would then save it. And then you would then go back and upload that saved version. So if you just do a photo and a love heart, it can get lifted
because
off
it's
a little
like
bit.
Just layered on top. Whereas because you've saved it as an image, it's part of that final file. If you're listening to this, you're like, guys, that makes no sense.
So if you're not sure, what I would always say, screenshot it when you've got the love heart or the emoji you're using, and then that is the version that you could share online. And what that does, it basically combines all the pixels into one image. So if someone was like wanting to be weird
and take that love heart off
and figure out what that face or whatever that looked like,
that file's got nothing under the love heart, because
so all that AI can do is can take a guess and take a random guess by looking at maybe like the hands, the hair.
Because that's the scary thing. We had so many people message us like, oh my God, I've taken the blue love heart off, which to me is weird because I'm like, why have you done that anyway? Oh, sorry, did I just spoil it? Well, we had lots of comments.
No, I was going to go on to that. I was going to say that's the reason why we're having this conversation.
This is why we're talking about it, because people would be like, oh, I've taken it off. I'm only doing it to warn you. But then I think that's a bit strange anyway.
So we had this, we shared a photo of Lincoln and us, and the blue love heart was on there. We've done what we know works for us right now, and probably AI will change, and we'll then have to change with it.
Yeah.
But at the moment it works, and we had a comment, and my heart, my heart went into my bottom.
Because you're like, oh my God, I did this.
Panic.
My intentions.
And panic, and I was like, what? Have I just got completely everything wrong? And I would have felt responsible for that because I feel like it's on me. I've done that more than Matthew. I feel like I've taken the emoji stuff. So I was like, oh, and then the person put it in the comments. And I was like, oh, could you actually message us and show us the photo? They messaged us the photo. It was nothing like Lincoln.
It was basically AI had been like, I think the child might look like this. And we've had it a few times, and But the thing is, these people then think that's what Lincoln looks like, which is maybe a good thing.
But then I also just think we've not shared that image. So if you think that is what Lincoln looks like, it's not come from us.
Yeah.
So you think what you want to think because it's not come from us. I can't stop like everyone else being, and I think it comes down to people being nosy.
Yeah.
And even our friends like, oh, if we don't share Lincoln's face, there'll be a whole story where people will go out their way to try and
take photos when you're out, or if they see you.
But then again, I just think, well, that's really, really weird.
Because that's
such
someone,
an invade, like,
that's just not normal.
It's not normal. He's like a kid. Like, why? I don't think people are like that. I think our friends are just like warning us that could happen.
Yeah, because I think it's happened to some other people but it's just strange.
But
That's strange behaviour. Yeah.
So I just think overall, I think emojis work really well for us.
And the face blurring in videos on videos that we do share works well for us too.
But it's really hard. I feel like AI just scares us. And it's like, it was ChatGPT is actually what they used. They put the photo in ChatGPT and was like, oh, can you remove the face of the emoji? And then they obviously, that ChatGPT did that. And then they sent it to us. And like it wasn't Lincoln's face. But it also made me feel weird because it was like, that's Lincoln's body and a similar like skin tone. And you've obviously kept his curly hair. But obviously changed like the fringe because the love heart was there. So you've added like a new fringe and new colours and like the eyes, the nose, the features, like nothing was Lincoln. So I was like looking at this image and we were in it and I was like, oh, that is my son's body, but that's not his face. It was just such a weird like
feeling.
It's just a weird feeling. It's a weird thing to look at because I was like, oh.
So basically, we're worried about it. But I suppose everyone's worried about it. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I'm really glad that we made the decision of keeping his face private.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong.
No, there's nothing wrong because I'm like, God, that sounds. But there's literally nothing wrong what any parent chooses to choose.
I just think there's such a line, isn't there, with like exploiting and featuring your kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can blur that line really quick.
Yeah.
And I feel like you would need someone's like, I think you've gone too far. I feel like let's take a step back. And I think it's just so hard. It's just so hard.
Yeah.
It's just such a new thing that everyone's doing.
I know we're trying not to cry on this podcast anymore, guys. We're not doing it. We're over the crying. We're over the tears.
We had to do something this week. I've like every parent.
Well, you did.
I did.
And basically, I'm editing something on the bed, which I never like editing on the bed because it's like where we see. I was editing on the bed and Lincoln was out with Nanny for the morning, which was nice. And you were in his room and I could just hear scurrying. And I think
it's because I was putting his clothes away. And then obviously we bought a lot of new clothes for him from Japan. But there's no room for his new clothes.
So old ones that you don't fit need to come out. And I just hear these little pittering footsteps and then these little teary bug eyes.
I was really sad because I was like, oh, I've got a bag and we'll just donate it to charity. And then I was going through it all and I must have kept like 6 pieces of clothes, just shoved them back in the wardrobe because I was like, I don't want to get rid of them. I kept his Mickey Mouse Christmas.
Christmas outfit. The
zipper. I was like, that's his first Christmas pajamas, and he was. When I think of Christmas, I think Christmas with Lincoln. I remember him in that
red outfit.
Like he came down the stairs on Christmas Day in that outfit.
Did you keep it?
Yeah, I did keep it. I felt the love.
Oh, for God's sake! Don't start crying.
So I was like, I put it in the bag, and I was like, what am I doing? I just got it out. He had 2, so one's in there and I've kept 1. But I was sorting out his clothes and like I showed you, didn't I? And I was like, do you think he could fit into this?
I was like, no.
What about this?
No.
I think he could maybe fit into the t-shirt still. No. So we did have a bag full of clothes and it was so hard. It was so
hard. Well, the reason that I didn't get involved was because I would have kept everything. I can't get involved. You
still need to check the bag before we donate it to see if there's anything that you want to keep, like memories for you. But I think what we're going to do...
this is such... If anyone knows where we can get this done, please can you DM us?
There's 2 things that I want to do with his clothes. One, make a blanket with his
everyone
clothes.
Keeps saying this, so I'm like, but where is this business? I cannot...
You just find a tailor, like a fabric. Yeah, it's like a tailor. Like a... Seamstress.
Oh, that'd be
That's what you need.
So cute, wouldn't it?
And then all they would do is take a patch of that outfit. I'm assuming they take a patch of the outfit, and I'm thinking like squares, and they just sew them all together.
I want to know, what does everyone else do with their kids' clothes? Because it's like traditions. Like Christmas, we went silly with traditions. When he came home, we went silly with traditions.
And there's certain outfits that he wore loads. There's certain outfits that he wore loads that I want to keep.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I need to make sure we
keep them
because they all mean something. Or he wore them loads.
There's some outfits like the outfit he came home in, which will be separate and kept in the memory box.
Or the outfit that he met like the family in.
Oh yeah, I was like, who's the family? But our family,
nanny, granddad,
granddad,
and then all the outfits that. I think there's so many outfits. I mean, like his first sleeping outfit, his sleeping bag, the first night when we put him to bed. Like we've kept that, and it actually made me realize. You know, when people are like, oh, they grow up quick, don't blink, kids grow up quick. When I looked at these outfits, I was just like, oh my god, I've just blinked, and that time we won't get back again.
It's done.
It's done. And I try to convince myself, go for the photos, and I'm like, oh, he's actually not grown. He's actually not changed at all. But when I held up the clothing,
I was like, wow.
I was like, oh my god, I think it was a sleeping bag when I held up that sleeping bag and I showed you, which was massive on him.
Yeah, it was.
And now I'm like, don't think he would really fit in that.
We keep reminding ourselves, so with adoption, sometimes you don't adopt children as young as what Lincoln was when he came home, and I think we're so lucky.
We're so lucky to have all these memories.
Obviously,
with
we
him.
didn't have him from like 0 months birth, but which is it would have been nice, wouldn't it? If you think about it,
I don't really mind the front. The first few months I don't mind because I feel like babies are just potatoes.
They're like little potatoes, little slugs.
I feel like I'm really happy with when we got him
because he was really, his personality was just becoming But I feel like because we did miss out on such a big portion of his life, really.
You want to keep as much as you can from the start of your journey with him.
Yeah.
So, we've kept quite a lot. Or if we don't do a blanket, I also saw bears. Like you can do a fabric bear. So you take like little sections of the outfit and you can do bears.
Really
because when I think of Lincoln, I think, if I have to think of like a spirit animal for him.
Elephant.
Oh, really? Oh, a little brown bear.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Maybe we should be doing an elephant for him. Elephant is probably his favourite animal. Or it's the animal that we know him to love. Like,
oh my god, it should be elephant. Brown bear.
But I feel like bears, he's cute. We buy him loads of bear outfits.
All right, then.
But an elephant probably means more.
Yeah.
We'll get one of each.
Yeah, one of each.
He can have an elephant and a bear.
Have to be £400 then, please.
That's okay.
No, it's not.
Put it on the credit card.
No, not
you
doing
can't
it.
Put a price on sentimental.
You can, £400.
But that happened as well this week.
So it's been an emotional one. A bit of a fun one. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, I know what that means.
It's Dummy Confessions. I want to thank everyone for sending in their dummy confessions. The inbox is always open. Just wait.
I just wait.
Thank you for the voice notes,
thank you.
The messages. And Dummy Confessions is my part of the podcast where I read out the embarrassing fun stories that you send in either through DM at Daddies Overnight or daddiesovernight@gmail.com.
Because it's still a Gmail, baby. And I'll also just say that they don't always have to be funny or embarrassing, because last week's was more of like a conversation.
It
was more of a conversation, wasn't it?
Yep. And sorry for the playback. I think the person that sent it in was watching TV because it sounded like the microphone when we listened to it back. A little
Matthew
bit.
Just went right in on you.
No, it wasn't bad. I think
to make sure you turn your TV off next time.
If you send in a voice note, do it in a quite. No, I'm joking.
If you can also do it in a studio, so there's no echo. That
with a nice. No, I'm joking. No,
thank you.
This person has said at the bottom of theirs, "Please keep me anonymous."
Okay.
Okay.
They said their name.
Yeah, their names because they've emailed it in. This is a one that I'm going to read out.
Cool. I actually have not heard this. This is like me experiencing it with you guys for the first time.
And I'm not going to give away their gender or anything, okay?
Go on then. Can't wait for you not to slip up on this.
Hi, I have a funny, embarrassing story that I wish to share on your podcast. I am a mum to 4 daughters. Okay, so it's a mum. I am a mum to 4 daughters. 3, listen to this, 3 of which identical triplet girls.
Wow.
Can you
Sorry,
imagine?
how many kids?
She's got 4, but 3 of them are identical triplets.
Wow, that's wild.
I used to think that was the dream, but now I think, God, are you all right? Is it tough? God, I don't think we could. Anyway, that's the conversation for another day. And when they were babies, I would put them down for a nap together, and then I would go and wake them. And when I would go and wake them, they would already be up playing in their cribs with all 3 of them stripped off and doing art on their bedroom walls with whatever was in their nappy. Use your imagination.
No. Why do some kids do this?
You'd need to put the cot in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I must say, I did have some little Picassos on my hands, and the cleanup operation triplet was a handful. Love you guys and can't wait to share your journey with you both.
Oh.
Love you too. Can you imagine?
It happens a lot.
I think it's when they're a bit older. Like Lincoln hasn't reached this because he's in a sleeping bag.
Did they?
No. Now that he's in a sleeping bag still, maybe when he starts wearing pants, he might start playing with his poo.
No.
I don't know. We need to ask our friends that have kids. Do your kids start playing with their
I don't know anyone in our lives that's warned us of that. So it makes me think not many people in our lives have experienced poo art on the wall. Poo play. Guys, is poo play a thing?
I don't know what I'll do. I'll be like, Lincoln, we're going to have to...
The thing is, his room as well, it's like one wall is wallpapered.
Stop it.
So it's not like you can just blend the poo into the paint. You know when you like scuff the wall, you kind of lick it and it blends? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like when you scuff a wall.
I don't scuff the walls.
Oh my God, sorry.
Where do the scuffs come from? You know, we know.
You know when you're whoopsie. Whenever I scuffed a wall, I'll just wet my fingers and rub it, and it'll like merge the scuff. But if it's wallpaper, it obviously isn't going to blend with the paint, so then the poo is probably going to stain the... I don't know, I would want that off.
Yeah, we'd need to.
Because how can you clean that?
Oh my God, when we have to change Lincoln's bedroom...
I haven't thought that. I'm not thinking. I'm just going to paint on top of that.
No, you can't paint on top of the wallpaper.
I remember when I grew up growing up, I had wallpaper which was textured, and my dad didn't ever take the wallpaper off, so he would just paint on top of the textured wallpaper.
Bad.
So one time I had yellow paint, but obviously the wallpaper was new, so it's still the same kind of like flowery textured. And then the next time I was like, I want a red bedroom. So then he painted red on top of it. Again, the textured flowers were still there. I always had textured flowers. Yeah.
At least you tried.
You tried. Painted it. Just didn't remove the wallpaper.
But guys, we're going to love you and leave you until next Tuesday.
And hopefully there's no poo play in between this week and next week.
But we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, whatever or however you watch your podcast.
Or listen.
Or listen. I said however you watch or listen. Did I not? I think I did.
You should go straight to watch.
But no, I don't always. I made a really conscious decision.
You're going to wrap it up then?
So we'll see you next Tuesday. Do you know what we should do? Maybe we should take it to Instagram and we should do a competition for a new intro. See what people think the intro should be.
Right, it's an intro.
But love you guys and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode of Daddies Overnight, don't forget to leave a rating and to hit follow.